digital converter or stepper motor or liquid crystal display or light emitting diode display devices. The very first interfacing device which we have to consider for our understanding purpose and writing, how to write a program to make that DAC to give the inputs to the 8051, that is done through this particular first interfacing device, that is an digital to analog converter. When a digital to analog converter, when you are considering what is the function of this digital to analog converter, first let us understand, then we'll go for how such device needs to be interfaced. Yeah, the input for an digital to analog converter will be the digital information in the form of bits. Okay, bits information will be given for digital to analog converter, whereas in the digital to analog converter only one output will be considered. That output will be an analog in nature. Now the question arises, what will be this digital to analog converter will do? What exactly the electronic circuit which is behind this digital to analog converter to give an analog output from a digital input? So we'll say that it is the circuit which is supporting for this functionality is a R2-2R ladder network. I think you might have studied in your LIC. Another type of DAC you have is weighted resistors, weighted resistor digital to analog converter. These are the two electronic circuits which will be used to take the inputs as the analog digital inputs and to give an analog output. So how this digital to analog converter which has been built, but basically when you look at this digital to analog converter which is available in the form of an IC. So it may be through a R2-2R ladder network based circuit, they might have been embedded with this IC, or they might have gone for weighted resistor DAC. When this IC is available, the IC number which is doing the function of digital to analog conversion is 008. So this is an digital to analog converter IC. Basically inside this, when you expand this particular DAC for its circuit, so I've told you it may be R2-2R network. So R2-2R network or ladder network, suppose if you have 4 bits of data, this will be D0, D1, D2, D3 you will be giving, and all these resistors you will be connecting, these all bits you will be connecting through the resistors. So this will be 2R and this will be R. Hence it is termed to be the weighted R2-2R ladder network. So there will be 2R which is going to be grounded, okay, and the output of this ladder network, it is connected to an operational amplifier. Output of this operational amplifier, and the negative terminal will be connected to the output of this op-amp. Hence this particular op-amp will act as an emitter follower having plus VCC and minus VCC. I need not to tell much about the operational amplifier because you have already studied its characteristics, its specifications and everything. And the output what we will be getting here is an analog output. Fine students, so this is the one type of circuit which may be used in this DAC, or there is another type of network. You can see here R, okay, this is also R, 2R, then one more R, 2 to the power of, this will be 4r, then 1, this is 8r. This all will be r's only. This is grounded. Here we will be providing D0, D1, D2, D3. Okay. Now the output will be given as usual, like previous circuit itself. So negative terminal with negative feedback or voltage follower, positive terminal, and here is an analog output we will be measuring. The major setback with the weighted resistor, register is different and resistor is different. The weighted resistor major setback is that as the number of bits, these number of bits increases, the weight of an resistance also it is going to increase. As this weight of the resistance increases or the value of the resistance increases, then fabricating on a chip, so to form from this, if it is increased to form a chip, it will be difficult. So therefore, because to avoid the fabrication problems or to minimize the fabrication problems that arise due to the large fabrication of resistances will be reduced using the R2 network. When such a network, this network it has been used and it is fabricated and chip, that chip it is termed to be, which does the digital to analog conversion, named with a specific name as 008. So this is from the Intel. Now such a digital to analog converter has to be interfaced to the 8051. How do we do this? So for that, take the DAC. Which is the DAC? It is 08008 digital to analog converter. It has an analog output, only single output, that is given to an operational amplifier. Negative, it can be given to a negative terminal or positive terminal. It depends on how you will be considering the output of and the positive terminal it is grounded. So you know when an input is given to negative terminal, there will be an out of phase output. There will be 180-degree phase shift between input and the output. If it is given to a positive terminal, 0-degree phase shift between the output and the input. All these things you know very well. And there is a feedback resistance of 2.5 kilo ohms. It is connected between output to input in order to make the gain, a controlled gain to the input, to give controlled gain. So this will be the V out pin of your DAC. Then what are the other 008? Internally it has R2 ladder network. When it is fabricated as a chip, it will have the output terminals as follows. It will have positive reference voltage, it will have negative reference voltage. This is V reference minus, V reference plus, okay, reference plus. It will be connected to plus 5 volts and this is connected to minus 5 volts. Then through and resistance which is of 2.5K, and then there is an compensatory capacitance which is connected between two terminals to compensate for minus VEE of 100 picofarads value capacitance for an compensatory capacitance. As a compensatory capacitances for the glitches have been added between two terminals. Those pin details it is not required for us. And now this DAC should have an input. That input should be of 8 bits or sometimes the two different versions of DACs you can see. 8-bit DAC also it is available in the market. 10-bit DAC also you can see in the market. The one DAC which I am considering for my discussion in this particular class is 8-bit DAC. So its inputs are D0, D1, D2, then D3, D4, D5, D6, D7. These are the 8 bits, input bits. Those input bits should come from where? It should come from 8051, because here 8051 is a digital device, that is a microcontroller. It will give only the output in the form of binary through port 0, port 1, port 2, port 3. Assume that some port has been connected for this DAC, that is port 2. So port 2.0 to port 2.7, all pins will be connected to the DAC 8 pins. If it is a 8-bit DAC. If it is 10 bits, the other port, 2 pins of other ports will be connected to that particular 10-bit DAC. But right now we have considered only the 8-bit DAC. Clear, students, the circuit diagram, how 8051 will be interfaced to the DAC? Students, any doubts with respect to this block diagram which I am explaining? Please respond. I am expecting the answer from you. Is there any doubt? So this DAC has got few specifications. It converts this DAC 008, converts digital input to analog output, digital to analog data it can provide. That's the very first function of this device which we have interfaced. There will be ground also for a DAC, 2 pins will. Okay. V reference, it is of plus 5 volts, and reference current, it should be of minimum 2 milliamps to make this DAC to work. It has 8 input lines from which it will take the digital inputs, and it can able to give one output through Vout pin. And this n inputs, so whatever 8 bits you are saying, 8 bits will represent n is equal to 8 in this particular DAC 008. So hence this is an 8-bit DAC. When the resolution you are finding for this DAC, it is equal to 1 by 2 to the power of n. So what do you mean by resolution? It is the minimum change in the input that makes an digital to analog converter to give an measurable output. So what is the minimum change in 8051 input it can occur? So the minimum change, since it is 8 pins, minimum change is 000000000. Small change, if until this 00 is fed from 8051 port 2 to DAC, the output will be 0 volts. When it can give you some voltage, if there is a change in the input digital information. Let us take one next digital information after 000 as 00000001. So a smallest, this is considered to be the smallest change. This smallest change will give always the measurable output, hence it is termed to be a resolution. So this resolution, when we are computing 1 by 2 to the power of n. And since 8, n is being 8, 1 by 2 to the power of 8 into 5 volts, because reference voltage is 5 volts. if it is calculated, how much it will be equal to? It will be in terms of millivolts as the resolution that will be given by the DAC when there is an input 0001. If suppose next bit is 0000010, so in that case this voltage will get multiplied with 2 to get the particular voltage directly, and so on until 1111111. So this is how you will be calculating the output voltage of a digital to analog converter. Now the next question, using the how to program now this particular DAC. When the DAC is programmed, what are the types of outputs we can expect, for which let us see the generation of different waveforms. So using DAC, we are able to, we will generate a square wave, on period, off period, equal a square wave we are able to generate with respect to time. Similarly, a rectangular pulse also we can create, having different duty cycles. This is considered to be the rectangular pulse. Or you can create a triangular wave, or a sawtooth wave. Sawtooth means only positive, negative will be 0. Again it goes high. This is triangular, and you may go for sawtooth, only positive ramp. So this is considered to be the sawtooth. All these waveforms will vary continuously with respect to time, will get generated through time. And if you go for other waveforms with respect to this DAC, it is another waveform. It is a sinusoidal waveform. This waveform also you can create. Then how to write a programs to generate these types of waveforms to generate? First let us see how to generate a, what is that? First square wave. How to generate a square wave. So our intention, ALP to generate square wave. First let us analyze the given square wave. A square wave means it will have on period and it will have the off period, and that will be going continuously like this. Time, as time varies, the wave also will vary, but its amplitude will be discretized between two values. One is the 0 volts and the other one is plus 5 volts. And including off period and on period, if you combine, you will get the total time period of such square. Now, such a waveform needs to be created by using the digital to analog converter because it is a continuous waveform, hence it is termed to be an analog output. How to write a program? Before that, since the digital to analog converter has to give two output voltages, 0 volts and 5 volts, this 0 volts to get 00H in hexadecimal I will be providing. To get this 5 volts I will be providing FFH. Whenever digital input is all 111, 111, then you will get the plus 5 volts, and when all the 8 bits as input to this digital to analog converter as 0001, so in that case we will be getting 5 volts. One minute. Okay, now if we have to write a program to perform this operation, let us take this ORG00H, then clear A, but before this you have to make use this sjump 30H and next statement as ORG00H. When I am explaining these interrupts, when I am continuing these interrupts, I will explain the reason why we will use these three statements in the next class. Clear A. Clear A means accumulator content has become 00H. So now with respect to this, this 0, where should it go? It should go to port 2 or port 1 or anything. So now as per the diagram we have used port 2. So therefore move this accumulator contents onto port A. Port 2, accumulator contents to port 2. Afterwards you need to provide this particular T of time. So therefore a call delay, that how you can give, you can provide through the delay program that already you have learnt. So give small delay program and then complement this accumulator content so that your low became high. And once this high also it is generated, that should be there for certain duration. So therefore again you need to call the delay. So before you call this delay, you need to send that value to port 2. So therefore instead of writing a call delay once again and move that accumulator contents, complemented accumulator contents to port 2, you can make this particular pro with two instructions into the looping. So it will go back, it will push that content onto port 2 and it will be waiting until this delay program gets over, and then it will complement. If it is in high, if it is complemented, it will go back to 0 value and this will be repeated. But now the question delay program. Delay is a subroutine. So this subroutine should have what? You can see the frequency, given frequency, and on period and off period. Based on that you can generate the delay program. So here small program I have given: move R1 comma hash 40H, move R2 comma hash 0 FFH. Okay, FFH 250 this FFH for 40 times, 40 hexadecimal times will get executed. That is how the delay program has been written. Okay, now decrement, which is the first register, DJ NZ R2 comma back, which is the, where is the back? That back should go to here. Okay, sorry, to the same instruction, and it will be keep decrementing R2 value without doing any other task. And after that, once it comes out again, this R1 you have to decrement DJ NZ R1 comma back 1. That back 1 should go back to the previous instruction to this. So it has gone return and end. So whenever this program is executed, it will take 0, it will retain that 0 on the DAC output for a certain time. That time is provided through these instructions, and afterwards it complements that, its value goes to high, and then that value will be delayed for this much time, and then it will be taking the next value after complementing. So this process will be continuously getting repeated because it has been put in the program, complete program as kept in loop. Is it clear, students? Are you there? Okay, next program is to generate a triangular wave. Like this, it has to generate. Amplitude will be same. So as per time, it should start with 0, 0. It should go up to 0 volts. It should start with 0 volts. It should go up to 5 volts and again 0 volts in an positive increasing way, linearly decreasing way, and it has to again start from 0 volts. It has to go up to 5 volts and then okay. This is a wave that is supposed to be generated. Every wave will have the on period and off period. So therefore this is on and this will be off. So combined together it is T. Now such a wave when we have to generate, how do you write a program for this? Instead of sending only two values, continuously send from 0 to FF. This 0 is belonging to 00H or 0000 in binary, and 5 volts will be equal to FFH or it will be equal to 11111H. So these two values continuously needs to be in between values also continuously to be sent to the port 2. So for that let us see the program org00H. Okay, next clear A. Why clear A? Because it has to start with 0 volts. Then after clearing A, move this value onto port 2. Since port 2 pins have been connected to the DAC, 0 has gone to this port 2. In turn, DAC will get enabled and it is going to create an output or creates an analog output. Afterwards, you have to go for a call delay. Small delay you will be providing because between one sample to another sample, like this 250 samples you will be considering. So all will be closely because this time division is very small. Hence this type of dot 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 you cannot observe. Instead of that, you will see it as an continuously. High resolution CROs we can produce this type of output. But normal CROs what we have in the laboratory will be able to give this dot 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 or not dot dot like this, a continuous on period and off period, or raising a trailing slope and the falling slope it will be giving them. A call delay. Then next value supposed to be given as 0, 1. So therefore increment or add A comma hash 0, 1 H. Once it is given, again that value has to go to port 2. So therefore compare this until when you have to give until FF. So therefore compare accumulator with this FFH. If not equal, go back. Where that back supposed to be, move that value, new value to port 2 and keep repeating this process until it becomes 0. So this is the upward for the forward slope. Next backward slope, how do we get? For that, which is the starting value? FF. So therefore what we have to do, move A comma hash 0 FFH. This value it has to go to the port 2. Move this value to port 2. And after giving it to an port 2, next you have to give FE. How to get FE from FF? Subtract by 1. So therefore after sending this value, A call delay. Small delay we will be providing. Then subtract SUBB A comma hash 0 1 H. Compare the accumulator contents with hash 00H and back 1. So that back 1, where it should go? It should go to move P2 comma A. Back 1. So to that address it goes. In that address, what is the instruction we have? It is move P2. Send that value to port 2, and here we have one more thing which is left. Once it finishes, again it has to continuously generate. So therefore, yes, jump to start. Where that start should be, it should start again from the positive pulse. So therefore, that positive pulse generation will be from start. Okay, clearing instruction onwards. Delay program we need to write. So a small delay, move R1 comma hash 0 FH DJNZ R1 comma back okay L1. This L1 will be to the same instruction. If it comes out, return and end the program. This is how you will be creating a triangular wave when you go for a digital to analog converter. The next question, it is how do we generate a ramp? Ramp is only positive, no negative. Then what are the side values supposed to be sent? 00H to FFH we need to send. Again we should start with 00H only. So there is no need to go for FF to 00 again. So therefore, how to write a program to get a output like this from a digital to analog converter, for which ORG 00H, clear A, then move P2 comma A, LCall delay, yes jump back. It can be long call you can use, or you can use small the absolute call. When back is used, so it comes back, it will be. But there is no instruction here, increment A should be there. So that it will go positive and it will come to 0. Again it will be going again and again. So delay program, here I will be writing this delay program is move R1 comma hash 0 FH DJNZ R1 comma next, and then that next will be to the same instruction and in the program. So this is how you will be writing, creating a, what is this type of waveform? Sorry. The next important type of signal that we digital to analog waveform that we need to convert, create is sinusoidal waveform generation. So to get this waveform, sinusoidal if you look like, if you are observing positive cycle it will have, negative cycle it will have, and it will be running continuously with respect to time. So such a sinusoidal, when we have to create, what is the peak to peak amplitude we have? It is of 5 volts. So this 5 volts equally divided between negative half and the positive half. It is of 2.5 volts and this is of minus 2.5 volts. When the average it is taken, it is 0 volts. But this minus 2.5 volts to plus 2.5 volts, when you are generating using the microcontroller, this minus 2.5 volts will be equal to 00H and plus 2.5 will be equal to FFH. So therefore the average of this will be the 7F. So 7F plus, FF plus 00H divided by 2 will be the average value. This average value we have to keep it as 7FH. Okay. Now from that 7F, angularly we have to give the amplitudes. So how do this angular amplitude we can provide? So for which this is the formula we are using. V out is equal to 7F, the average value 7F plus 7F into sine theta. Or if you are representing in terms of, this is in terms of hexadecimal, in terms of decimal, 7F is equal to 127 plus from 127, because this 2.5 is belongs to 7F, it has to vary as per the theta. So substitute in this particular equation theta as equal to 0. When you give 0 degree, it will be 127. See, vary this theta to 10 degree. You can calculate theta by substituting as 90 degrees. So you will get some values, decimal values. Tabulate all those values starting from 0 degree to 90 degree, 90 degree to 180 degree, 180 degree to 225 degree, 220. How much is 90 degree? 220 to 180. How much is this? 260 degrees, and then 3 to 90 degrees, okay, and then up to 360 degrees. Vary the angle and tabulate all the values. This table is termed to be lookup table. And take this address and give it to microcontroller so that continuously it fetches all these values which you have stored by calculating physically the values using this formula and stored in a lookup table. And it executes, it fetches all those values and keeps on giving it to a DAC. Thereby you will output of the DAC on CRO, you will be able to see a sinusoidal waveform. Then what is the program related to this? A simple program. In another 2 minutes I'll finish this and I'll leave the class. So sinusoidal, as per that formula we have created all the values and we have stored. After that, write a program org00h, move R2, how many values you have stored in this particular, because 360 degrees from 0 degrees, if you divide by 10 or divide the entire sinusoidal with 10 degree variations, how many values you will get? 36, that is equivalent to 25H. So move the DPTR with the address of the table, in which particular address these values you have stored. The starting address you can specify here. Clear A, then move ROM we are using, so therefore move C at A plus DPTR. Okay, after that you have to give these values continuously port 2. Move P2 to A, then LCall delay, a small delay you can provide, and then increment dptr, next fetch the next value and give it to okay, dj nz r2 comma back. Where that back should go? That back should go to music. Okay, back to music comma done. Okay, a call delayed has been decrement a jump to back. A jump to back. Where that back should back 1, it should start with initial value. Okay, then djnz, sorry, delay program should be written as like this. Small program, move r1 with some value of your required choice. 008 fh, don't give a large value because your sinusoidal frequency will start reducing it. djnz r1 comma next, that next will be to the same instruction and return, and the final statement should be the end statement. Interesting. Okay, now you have to use the table values. So table values you are supposed to write here like this. Table db, assign the values to this particular address. db means it is a directive which tells all the decimal binary defined byte value 32, 30,